I had an operative shot in the head.
The ship is departing.
Are you hoping to see some old friends?
Will depart for the U.S. harbor.
Marcel, they're using...
Investigation on getting her to tell me the name of... Department is bugged by both the CIA.
All right, thank you. How the fuck? How the f-
And I know what's missing because I make it a point. Okay, to whom leave as a cleaner? He's undoubtedly... I can answer the call. Rasha? That's what it's gonna be.
It's not what...
The two ladies at the core of the story are similar to each other, and that is the only thing that links the story together. The show didn't really want to deal with any of that stuff in the first place. Episode 4 ended with an extremely inebriated Imogen discovering her father was a Russian double agent. When she awakens on her desk in the beginning of the next episode, she discovers that Adila has fled. Adila, a very astute ISIS agent, eluded the vigilant eyes of the Americans and the DGSE by changing identities with a delivery man who enters Imogen's flat and then returns as a housekeeper. Imogen contacts them for support after realizing that her flat has been bugged by both of the participating countries' troops. Adila's only escape would be through the cleaner, who would be aware of her whereabouts. But before Imogen can ask him any questions, the French soldiers find him and murder him as he attempts to escape. It is formally proven that she is the Jin al-Raqqa when she meets up with Emir in the delivery man's car after fleeing the apartment. She came up with the idea to bomb the US harbor, and it looks like she will wed Emir just before he blows himself up. It's difficult to tell if she is actually the one dealing cards, despite the fact that she is presented as the operation's mastermind. She is clearly being blackmailed by Emir, and if she backs down, her daughter's life might be in jeopardy. We also witness him giving Adila the bomb's detonator. At this point, Emir orders Adila to kill Imogen by enticing her to her grandfather's house, where she must stab Imogen to death in order to show her commitment. Emir and the leaders of the jihadi organization question Adila's motives. She claims that she won't be able to murder her, but Emir grants her desire and informs her that he would choose another agent to carry out the assassination on her behalf. She only needs to bring her there. Has Adila grown up all of a sudden? Is she truly the monster we believe her to be? Right now, not a lot of information is clear. Having allowed Adila to escape Imogen's control, Max is furious. Thus, when he meets with state Senate representatives to inform them of the incident, he holds Imogen and the French government equally responsible. In addition, he suggests an immoral scheme to abduct Adila's daughter Yasmina in order to persuade her to reveal which US port the explosives are intended for. All of this plot is made public to the DGSC, and Imogen, after Max's chat, is intercepted by French intelligence. Later, Max informs Imogen that her activities are ending and that her services for America are no longer required. Max is unaware that his communications have been bugged. With any case, Imogen gets a text from Adila inviting her to meet at her grandfather's house when she is aimlessly wandering the street with a Morse, MI6 agent straight face. Imogen is kind of worried when she gets there, but she is also upset with Adila for breaking her trust. While Imogen works to save Yasmina and bring the mother and daughter together in England, she informs Adila of what the Americans want to do with her daughter and issues a dire warning for her to flee Paris immediately. Adila gestures to the assassin who is going to stab her after learning that Imogen is still somewhat worried about her despite knowing the truth. But Imogen has her revolver ready, and she forces the assassin to flee the area. Before the Americans can kidnap Yasmina, we witness two persons in garbage collector costumes breaking into her apartment building and cunningly removing them. It's clear that Imogen fulfilled her vow and accomplished her goals. She's still a spy, not a savior, though. Thus, when she drives Adila off, They pull into a petrol station, where Imogen attempts to do almost exactly what the American and Amir intended to accomplish. She makes an attempt to coerce her daughter into disclosing the locations of the ports where the explosives are being sent. Adila becomes enraged and chastises Imogen for her deceptive statement. Imogen, on the other hand, has had enough of Adila and warns her to stop being virtuous and strong only because she is a mother, even if she is actually a monster who will murder thousands of people. Adila thus unleashes her wrath on Imogen by exposing the advantages Imogen has as a white woman, a woman in a position of authority, and someone who will never be able to comprehend the suffering of motherhood. Imogen hasn't been particularly forthcoming about her history, but her rage suggests that she was slain and had a daughter as well. The ending of The Veil. In spite of her best efforts to keep Yasmin and Adila safe, Imogen becomes enraged at Adila in episode 5 for being so unappreciative. She makes an attempt to leave the petrol station, but something hits her once again. She tells Adila, on the spur of the moment, that she knows she is not a monster and begs her to accompany her, threatening chaos if she does not.